And we are back. Now that we are full blown into summer, figured I would do another EDC update, especially because most things in my carry are pretty different. So let's dive right in. The one thing that has been a constant for the past like 6 months has been my Blue Ridge Overland Gear bum bag. Easily, hands down, one of the best bags that I have carried up to this point. Moving to the stuff on the inside, I have my Camo Hank by Awesome Hanks. I do keep just a simple little pocket notebook in here for ideas and everything that I have throughout the day. And then my wallet, which will be changing soon. Hint, hint for the future. My Whitstable Craft Co. Castle wallet. This has been one of my favorites, but I do have one on the way that will be replacing that and will probably be my new favorite. But that's everything that I have in the bum bag right now. So let's move on. Now the significant changes start from here. Starting with the keys. So for the most part, I've carried a key bar for the last like year, pretty much. Now I've shifted to these 3 keys, well, 2 keys plus a little keychain pry bar, my clicker for our apartment complex with a titanium key dangler. That's my keys now. I've simplified it to just these. I do have a mag nut from key bar still on here, so that hasn't changed, but the actual key setup, I feel like this is a much better setup for me. What I actually have my keys attached to is a little leather D-ring of sorts from KeySmart. Working pretty well so far. Now moving on to the next significant change. I have been an Apple user for pretty much my entire life. Ever since I've gotten my first phone, which was the iPhone 4. Pretty sure either the 4 or the 5, I've been Apple through and through until now. And that comes with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. And cool thing about this one, it opens. That was really cool. Being in this space, a lot of photo editing, a lot of video editing, and that comes with sort of needing bigger real estate when it comes to screen space. And so we upgraded our phone plan, figured I'd give this a shot, and I am not disappointed whatsoever. And being that I'm also a nerd, I am running an emulator for DS games. And so, yeah, I'm also running Pokemon. So that's awesome. Now moving on to actual EDC gear, the watch. So the watch comes courtesy of DIY Watch Club, which is a company that I've heard floating around here and there, but not something that I've ever actually checked out until recently. And this is their DIY dive watch kit. So built this pretty much completely by hand, except for the movement itself. It's an automatic watch with a Seiko NH35 movement. And yeah, not much to say about that other than if you want to check out DIY Watch Club, all of this stuff will be linked in the description below. So that's cool. The pocket organizer hasn't changed at all. It is still the Tailored by Cortez Ogre. And hint for the future, I will have more stuff from him. So be on the lookout for that. But the things inside of the organizer are quite a bit different. The pry bar. My main pry bar is the Big Idea Design EDC pry. The flashlight is the Tactile Turn and CWF collaboration Apollo. Easily my new favorite EDC light. It has a max of 500 lumens and yeah, just a solid flashlight and a budget version of a CWF flashlight that is readily available. They sell out here and there, but they are continually restocking. So if you want one, check out Tactile Turn. And also the pen is not so new anymore. I've had for maybe 3 weeks now, and it looks like it's been used I keep this in my pocket as like my work pen. This organizer goes with me everywhere. So the light, the pen, the pry bar are all constants in my daily carry as well as my work carry. So being that it's brass, it is patining very fast due to the nature of my work. You know, it's in pockets that, you know, I sweat all day long. So that patina builds up really fast and it is looking really, really nice. All right, now let's move on to the more, y'all probably clicked on this video for, the knives. So most of what I've been carrying as of lately has been fixed blades, and I've kind of just gravitated to carrying pocket fixed blades. And I've got two that has been primarily what I've been carrying. I do mix in a folder here and there. I like what I like, is what I'm saying. So let's start with the folders. The two that I'm primarily carrying are the Spyderco Co3. And this one is the custom one I built maybe 2-3 months ago. Started with just the standard S110V Spyderco Co3 with the blurple, blue, purple colored G10 scales. And I absolutely went balls to the wall with this build. Full titanium scales with they're like the bronze frosted etch option that they have for their finishing. I do have a full bronze set of hardware, titanium hardware with a titanium bronzed backspacer and the photomascus pattern on the pocket clip. But this thing is awesome. Like I said, I've had it for the last 3-4 months. It's been a heavy user in my rotation, and I've never sharpened it. I've honed it, I've stropped it, but I've never sharpened it. And this thing is still razor sharp as it was out of the box. I mean, still like hair popping sharp. So S110V is a solid steel, one of my favorites to carry because of this knife right here. Then the next folder is a little big for summer, you know, wearing shorts, doing all of that, but it's one of my favorites, and so I make it work anyway. And that is the Chavez 229 Redención with the kickstop. And this is just one of my favorite Chavez knives. I did have two of them. I ended up getting rid of the other one just because I carry this one so much more that the other one kind of got left in the dust. And yeah, this is just awesome. Titanium handles, full micarta, black micarta inlay on the front here with an M390 blade and that sweet compound grind that you get on most of the Chavez knives. But yeah, this is just one of my favorites to carry. And then the fixed blades for right now. I do have some more coming later today, but you know, I am not carrying those as of right now, so we'll get into those later. But the one that I have been carrying the crap out of over the last maybe month or so is the Tactile Knife Co. Dread-Eye. And this one is a Monkey Edge exclusive. Monkey Edge is a higher end retailer here in Arizona. They're in Mesa or Gilbert and some sort of that side of town. But this one is sweet. It is a 3V blade, which is different than their standard Magna Cut that they're putting out. So 3V on the blade, and it's got this awesome, I don't know if it's Cerakote or what, but this OD green with I'm pretty sure that's titanium, with bronze anodized titanium. At least I think it's titanium. My magnet says it's titanium. But bronze titanium hardware. This is a heavy, heavy user. If we zoom in here, you'll see what I'm talking about. That on the blade is dried silicone. I just haven't scraped it off yet, but if we look at the, I don't know how well it's gonna pick up, but the Cerakote's wearing off right on the butt here. It is wearing off on the tip, and there is just such heavy use on this blade. Used it to split wood when we went camping a couple of weeks ago. And this thing is just, it's such a good size. Like, this really sold me officially on pocket fixed blades. I've been a fan of pocket fixed blades for a long time before this knife, but this knife is really just the perfect EDC size, especially when you factor in the sheath with this discreet carry pocket clip. I have not got this, has been in my pocket since I got it. And that brings us to the other fixed blade, and I just got this in this week, so not a ton of pocket time, but it has seen some pretty good use so far. And this one comes from Concept, and this is their Corvid S fixed blade. So this one has a blue and white fat carbon handle scales, S35 on a stonewash blade. And this thing looks like it would be pretty massive in the pocket, but the sheath difference on the Dreadeye's sheath is actually bigger than the sheath on the Corvid S. So as far as pocket carry goes, it's pretty good. It is a fold over Kydex, and it comes shipped with this pocket clip, which is solid. Now, as far as the blade goes, it is a full flat grind, and because of this massively wide blade, that flat grind gets really thin, and it's not a super thick blade stock to begin with, but this is just, ergos on this are money. Again, it's not a massive knife. If I compare it to the Dreadeye, they're almost identical in length. Only difference is the width and the height on those blades. So there is not a big difference when it comes to pocket carry, and especially if we compare it to the Para 3. Para 3 is bigger. So the Corvid S comes in shorter than the Para 3, and the Para 3 is like sort of that mid to small size EDC knife to begin with. But again, this is just money when it comes to ergos. You have that finger choil right here. And yeah, this has been super solid. Again, S35 VN, so a killer EDC steel. Relatively good stainless qualities, while also being pretty good in edge retention. It's a solid knife. And I'm stoked to add this to the rotation. And in the mail today that I'm getting is the TJ Schwartz Overland Sport in Magna Cut, which is also why I kind of opted for the Dreadeye in 3V. It's because I'm gonna have Magna Cut in the collection, and I want to diversify my knife steels. I don't like to have tons of steels or tons of knives in the same steel, so I like to diversify the knives, give each knife their own qualities. That way I have reasons to pick one over the other. So I got the Overland Sport coming, and then I also have the newly released Jack Wolf Knives Midnight Fix EDC. So that one is in S90V, again, a steel I don't have. So that is gonna be some exciting stuff coming in the near future. But if you guys like this video, as always, leave a like, leave a comment what your favorite part of this video is, or what you guys are carrying now that it's summertime, now that it's hot. And yeah, just let me know what you guys are feeling now. Let me know if you guys like fixed blades. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is your time to do so. If you've made it this far in the video, you've got to subscribe. That's the deal. If you make it to the end of the video and you see this, now you have to subscribe. So with all that out of the way, now that you've seen what my pockets are filled with, I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. So until the next one, peace.